So Jay, did you show out your parking spot again?
Last time I did it was on Sunday.
So we're in the first 2 weeks of February here, and now it has probably snowed at least 18 inches in
Yeah.
total for like at least 3 big snowstorms here in Chicago.
Yeah, it's kind of funny when you think about that because I didn't think about it being all at once being 18 inches. I just look at it and says, okay, so this day it says
5 inches.
yeah, it says like about 1 to 3 inches, and then in the day less than an inch, but at night 1 to 3 inches.
And then the next morning another 5 to 8 inches, and
Yeah.
then the next day another. We're gonna hit with a big one at 6 to 8 inches. So I mean, combined, I think we probably have at least 12 to 18 inches of snow on the ground.
Yeah, that's the life of Chicago. I mean, the snow's almost as tall as I am.
And I hate it. I despise it now.
Do you?
Yes, dude. You know how rough it is working and driving in the snow. So we were talking about this earlier. Do you dibs your parking spot? So if you're not from Chicago, so you park on the street a lot of times in Chicago, unless you have a garage or a driveway. I don't know too many people that live in the city of Chicago have a driveway. There's a few people out there. But usually you clear yourself a spot, you dig out your car, and there's an empty blank, clear, safe, non-getting stuck or spinning your tires getting out of a parking spot.
It's hollowed ground.
So after you dig out your spot, you usually put like a milk crate, an old
Or
piece
a
of
cone.
furniture, a chair to let everybody driving down the street know don't park there. Okay, I'm a fond believer of putting dibs in my spots. Jay, on the other hand,
I'm actually kind of just neutral. I don't want to say I don't believe it. I just don't do it because I was kind of told that I guess apparently you're technically not supposed to do that in Chicago.
So
that even if there's like snow plows and stuff out there, they'll be like, oh, fuck it, we'll just fucking plow those chairs and stuff down.
so I heard the city has like on Friday they want you to move your stuff because it's supposed to get kind of warm. It's gonna melt.
Yeah, because
Parking
we're
should free
supposed
up
to
a
have
little bit.
like I think rain for the next 2 days.
Yeah, which should melt some of the snow.
And then even
But-
next week it's supposed to be rain snow mixture. So
you-
I don't know how that's gonna work.
Yeah, do you respect dib spots? So if you're trying to park somewhere and there's somebody's got their cone out there, will you remove their cone and park in their spot?
No, I wouldn't do that.
Hell no, I wouldn't
No,
do that.
I respect everyone, even if it's not this like crazy snow that we're going through. I respect all those spots because I think I explained this before when we were out like a couple weeks ago. Like, if I see someone's house or anything, I just say, okay, this part of the street is just going to be theirs because it's in front of their house. Now they have a driveway that's different. They have a driveway. They're not going to park on that curb in front of the house of the driveway, so it's open to whoever.
Yeah.
So I always look at that as the optional parking for people who live on the street that just don't have room, or maybe you have guests that come over, because like the whole end of my street, there's like a big spot of like just a whole bunch of like just nothing. And it's like, well, I think whoever visits here should just park over here.
there, yeah, where there's no houses right there. I mean, there's fewer houses, towards the end of
especially
your
when
block.
people have gatherings and stuff. Because I hate when I come home and I find like a whole bunch of cars in front of my house and the neighbor's houses, and like, oh, now I got to park at the end of the street. Like,
Yeah.
they're like, I just don't.
In the summer months, that doesn't bother me as much. Like I have my work truck and then my own personal.
Well, you
car.
seem to always be lucky to have a spot in front of your
yeah,
house,
my neighbors.
especially when your stepdad's a cop.
No, but the neighbors across the street for me sometimes their new neighbors are good. They would sometimes park in my spot, which that's fine, park in my spot. But would really annoy me is somebody parks there and they don't move their car for like weeks on end. Like I'm gone all day in my work truck. I come home, I jump in my personal car, move like my cars are like constantly moving nonstop. I don't like when somebody parks their car there and like all of a sudden went on vacation for 3 months and the car's just been parked in front of my house.
Which is kind of funny. Are they people that live on that block or no? Mm-hmm. So why would they park it in front?
I don't know.
Wouldn't you want it in the garage so they don't know if you're home or not?
I don't know. That's besides the point. But I think that the most angriest I've ever been in my entire life was last winter, or it was either last winter. I was shoveling out my 2 parking spots for my work truck and my car, and I double parked my car next to my work truck as I was shoveling out the spot. And this guy, so I live third house from the corner. If you keep coming straight, you can either turn left. If you're coming south down my street, you can turn left, then cut back around to the main street, or you can just keep coming down my street to get back to the main road. Right?
Yeah.
I had my car double parked, blocking the street. It's winter in Chicago. There's no way you can pass because there's giant mountains of snow after the truck comes.
Yeah.
The plow. This old guy comes, and I'm pointing to him like, hey, turn left. I'm not moving my car right now. I'm shoveling this out. Like, there's 3 feet of snow here. I need to move out of the way so I can park my car. He proceeds to keep coming down my street and lay on his horn. So I stand there with my shovel. I told him, reverse your damn car. I'm not moving. And then so he still sits there and beeps his horn. He says, I'm going to church. I said, well, you're going to be late. I'm not moving my car.
Well, now's the time to repent.
So finally, after like I start shoveling my spot out, and then finally I just pull in real quick so he could pass me and just back out and finish it. I never thought about ripping somebody out of their car and backing it up down the street and making him turn it around so much. It's just like the snow just makes me instantly angry.
I could see that. I'm the same just in general. I mean, obviously that guy didn't take your parking spot, but resorting back to my scenario, if I find my parking taken, I immediately want to go in my garage and just take a hammer and break every goddamn window on that car and just be like, oh, no, I don't know what happened.
I thought of a better thing you can do. Well, it's not supposed to be too cold tonight, but if someone takes your parking spot, go get like some buckets of water.
Yeah, you pour
dump it all on
the windshield.
Yeah, all on the windshield, the doors, and it gets real cold at night. It's going to freeze. Their car's just going to be encased in ice.
What's that one thing in the meme? It's like pour something in like where the spark plugs are.
Oh, no, I don't want to like damage someone's car.
No, I'm trying to remember what the meme was, but I remember it was pretty funny.
It was, I think I seen the ones like drain the oil out of your car so it doesn't get cold at night.
Yeah, I've seen ones that say that too.
Yeah, I've seen those memes. Or the other one like, oh, take a warm a wet towel.
A wet towel.
Lay it on your windshield so it stays warm at night. But it's just gonna freeze rocks. You know, I would actually do that to somebody that parked in my spot and moved a dib spot to park in my spot during the winter. I would do that to their car. Like, I don't want to damage someone's car. I just kind of want to inconvenience them for, a little bit.
I mean, there's lots of ways to get inconvenience them. Yeah, do the towel on the windshield. You could, or I guess just pour a window on the windshields, or you
water.
Or water, yeah, or you could slash the tires.
No, that's too much. Like, I'm not trying to cause like huge amounts of damage to them. Like, after I just worked my ass off shoveling out a parking spot,
I just want to cause emotional pain.
I'm gonna call their children and tell them they were adopted. So then they bring up all kinds of really weird questions at the next dinner.
Like, you ever wondered why you never look like your father? This is true.
But I'm definitely looking forward to summer or spring.
Oh yeah. Usually I'm not bothered by the snow as much. I'm just like, oh, it's coming. But lately, I think just because I have a real shitty car that's hopping on one leg, it's like I need decent weather so my car can make it through.
And you have a pretty far commute to work, so you're driving at least like an hour a day.
Yeah, because it was really horrible when I drove Friday. I mean, I took 294, which is a highway, and 294 was okay. It wasn't done perfect, but you could tell it was been worked on. And it's like, okay, they've been cleaning it. It's not perfectly clean, but they've been plowing it. Then from 294, you go on to I-55 for maybe like a couple minutes. Usually minimum, it's like a 3-minute drive just to get on the exit I need to get on for work. But as soon as I got on that, it took like another 15, 20 minutes because you could tell no one had like plowed it.
Yeah.
There's just snow. There's no lines in the street. So I had to go off track marks of other cars. And it's still like about inches of snow just sitting there. I'm like, good God, man!
Speaking of places that have never been plowed, Gary, Indiana. Okay.
I don't go to Gary much, so I wouldn't know.
So I've had service calls out there, and there was like a fair amount of streets that were like not even touched. Like cars hadn't even driven down them, and now I have to try barreling through them in a work truck. Thankfully, I haven't been stuck in my work truck. Because if I got stuck in my work truck, I don't think it would bother me that much because I'm at work getting paid. But eventually just sitting there in a cold truck in the middle of winter, I'd probably lose my mind because I'm at work and it's winter and snow. I'd probably just be like, you know what? I'm going home now.
Yeah, that's how I felt Friday and Saturday at work. Even though I'm in a big place with people, I still felt like I was trapped. Like, we're just all stuck in the building like, oh, yeah, we'll have business when we had like maybe 2-3 people every like 3 hours. And then the rest of the time, it's just like the mist. You're just like, what's going on out there? Like,
Nobody's coming in
Yeah.
here. Like, actually, I don't blame people for not shopping or wanting to go out. Like,
yeah, exactly. Like I like if it didn't rely me on my job, I just tell everyone like, don't bother coming in.
the roads now are fine. It's that initial.
But for everyone who had me put a fridge and a television in their car, fuck you. You're a fucking piece of shit for
That
coming
comes
out in that day when it was horrible out. Why the fuck would you do that? Taking your kids out, risking their lives. Fuck you.
I think that's the first initial snowfall. That's what usually bugs me the most.
Yeah.
Like now the roads aren't too bad. Everything's cleared. Most people decided to shovel
Yeah,
the
my initial
sidewalk.
plan was to call out Saturday. I'm like, oh yeah, it says it's going to be horrible out Saturday morning. Well, I'm not going to go through this process of driving there again. And sure enough, I wake up, oh, there's absolutely no snow and the streets are clean. Damn, I can't call off work.
Yeah.
Which was actually fine. It was a fine day.
Maybe if I went sledding more, I would enjoy winter.
Oh man, I miss sledding. Hitting some slopes. Skiing's
Dude,
pretty
I
cool
hate
too.
skiing and snowboarding too. That I just like sledding or
I
tubing.
feel like you would like snowboarding.
No, I tried it once. It was very dangerous.
Because
did
I mean,
not like it.
obviously sledding and tubing's fun, but skiing's not bad. I tried it once when I was a little lighter. Obviously,
Jay,
I'm not in any shape to
I
do it
was
now.
want to pay to watch you ski.
Yeah, I know, right? No, yeah.
Dude, I'm gonna go to a thrift shop and buy some skis.
This is back when I was like in elementary, high school shape. Which
We're
was
gonna
slightly
go on
better.
the side of the expressway, like one of those steep hills. Dude. I'm gonna buy a set of skis
From like
And we're gonna-
Bass Pro Shops and whatnot.
No, I'm gonna go like a thrift shop, dude. I'm not spending more than like
Does
$10.
a thrift shop have skis?
Hey, thrift shops have everything.
I've never seen a set of skis at
Dude,
like a Goodwill.
I bought a bowling ball for my brother from a thrift shop that said Ron on it. Okay.
It actually said Ron.
Yeah.
I mean, you got
He
lucky.
doesn't even bowl.
You got
It was
lucky.
the perfect birthday gift.
You got lucky. Which birthday was this?
Oh, it was a couple years ago.
Oh man, that's perfect.
But so, if you dibs your parking spot, good on you. But do not take someone else's dibs parking spot.
Yep. Wu-Tang is for the children.